Hello, 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 Tauruses. Welcome, welcome. Just getting set up today. You're my first reading of the day. Woohoo! So you get all me energized, divine all ready to come in. Woohoo! There we go. So for those of you that are brand new, thank you for popping in and watching my channel. My name is Patty and I'm an empath that does intuitive tarot. I also do astrology, mix in the astrology energies as well as numerology. I think it's really important because divine created them all. And so this is where the energies come from. They're actually almost all the same if you pay attention. However, the planets are pretty interesting. It's amazing because he created them and how they move and how they maneuver around not only the Earth, but other planets. It's just amazing. And you should, if you're not into planets, you should look at some of the NASA images. They're just amazing that we have no clue what is out there, how far it goes, or anything like that. So let's get started. So this is the 10th through the 16th, I believe, 10th through the 16th of May. We do have a new moon on the 11th. So I will be doing just an announcement, two quick announcements. I will be doing a new moon reading on the 11th. Hopefully, I'm going to say that tentatively because I just got a doctor's visit yesterday. My knee isn't doing as good as we'd hoped, so I am going to have to go back in. They are going to have to manipulate it. So I don't know what day they're going to do that. So I'm hoping it's not the 11th. So, but I will keep you informed and I will post that. So if you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when it is on. But I will keep you informed about that. Definitely. Although this is that week. So yeah, you're going to have to subscribe and hit the bell. So the only other video I am doing, and that will be uploaded this week, probably today or tomorrow, is a lot of people ask me, I don't know anything about the divine. How do I start talking to the divine? How do I get him to answer my questions? How to have a relationship with divine like you do? Like I want my intuition to go more. So I am going to be posting and uploading that video. I'm just editing it right now. So that'll be posted probably in, I would say by tomorrow evening. And it's not a very long video, but it will help you answer some of your questions on how to start building a relationship with divine so you can hear that intuition, so that you can hear those messages and walk in absolute truth and love, because it is a very different way of life, and it is a much better way of life, more calm, more peace. And you will see it in a whole different light than worldly. Been there, done that. And I fought living a spiritual life, but no, this is the way I have been all my life. Now I had come out in 2 years ago, and I said, you know what, this is who I am. So no more faking making it. So this is who I am. So I am going to start doing a few more videos on your spiritual growth with divine and how to talk to him, how to ask what you want for, and also hopefully that will lead you in your guiding your own journey, and also getting you to heighten your intuition and hearing him and the messages, because you might have an ability you don't even know about. All right, so let's get started. So I am going to also do a little bit different spreads this month, so don't be surprised. Just to switch it up a little bit for those viewers who are subscribed and have been watching me and following me, we're going to switch it up a little bit just because I want to. And also, I think it's really important to get messages in every way we can. So I am going to do a side reading of your wealth, health, and love. Okay, so a lot of people want that love reading. However, just know that love isn't in everybody's reading all the time. It just doesn't, because when we got to work on ourselves, and divine is saying, I need you to focus in on me, and I need you to focus in on yourself before I can bring love your way so that it lasts. So a lot of the times we manipulate it, or with good intentions, we get into the wrong relation. With good intentions, we hope it's the right relationship, but our human side has picked it, not the divine. So then we end up in more trouble than we really wanted. All right. So I'm going to be doing that today. So bear with me. We are going to still pick a divine card, a current energy, and a future card, because this is really important for not only the energies of divine, but also what the planets are doing as well. Okay, because we're headed towards that new moon. New moons are good, but these full moons are a lot more powerful, like we just had. So if you didn't watch that full moon video, definitely go back and watch it, because it's still going on. Those energies are still happening, and they're really important for you to understand. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You can go watch the video, all right? So we already have one card out for the divine. Interesting. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. So for those of you who are new, also, you'll see that I do say thank you. Sometimes a lot, sometimes not too much. It just, I get downloads from Divine or whoever he has come through. And so I want to respect them and thank them for the information that they're giving. All right. So first off, the divine is talking about, now this is the divine's card, okay? So whatever you're trying to ask him, whatever, maybe you have a challenge or a struggle, maybe you're trying to figure something out, you're racking your brain, well, that's earth, because you're trying to get into your head. You're not letting go and letting him help you, for one. But two, you have to get into solitude. You have to get the distractions out of your vision, out of your hearing. You have to get in a quiet place, solitude, because this is number 4. This is balance. This is getting stable, getting your grounding, getting your foundation, getting the beginning, getting to the heart of it. So the only way you can get to the heart of a problem, a challenge, a solution, trying to figure out if this is the one or whatever it is, you have to go within. You have to go within. A lot of people fast. A lot of people meditate. A lot of people, just pray. But whatever it is, this is a time for you to go within. And you can't do it with people around. And you can't go to your friends and say, well, what do you think? That's worldly. Again, he's saying solitude with me. Okay, so that's the thing is, and that will bring you to a more stable way of thinking, because then you're relying on the second dimension divine to bring your answers and also to move you forward in the way that you should be moving forward. Because if you don't allow the second dimension where divine is, then you will be creating your own roller coaster, your own decisions, and things don't go right or things don't happen right. Things, with, even if they're good intentions, they don't work out right because they're not divine guided. That's what we say here on my channel: divine guided, divine driven. And that's the purpose of our life, is to find, and it's basically divine guided and divine driven is our own journey. Solitude, 1, not 2, 3, 4 people going with you. It's your journey in your passions, your desires, your dreams, and everything that is burning in your spirit that you want to do. All right. With a current energy, not a problem. As I was praying before this, I was like, what do you want me to say today? Who do you want me to touch? What is it that you want me to do? I find this interesting because I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that, but why are you telling me this now? Because this is your current energy, and this is why we started with you guys today, is the mountain and the number 6. Okay. And what it is the mountain is you. So the divine was saying this morning, we are our own worst enemies. We stand in our own way. He goes, you stand in your own way, and you're your own worst enemy. And that number 6 is about your harmony and improvement. So the improvement part of this is getting to another level and saying, you know what, I need to get out of my way. I'm the one that's holding me back. My thought process is holding me back. I'm closed-minded to a certain point that I will not open my mind to see maybe some other solution. Maybe somebody else has done this before and done it better and is trying to maybe help me through that, but I'm just stuck in my own way. No, I want to do it my way. I used to be that person, and let me tell you, I'd hit a wall every time, and then what I would have to do, put my tail between my legs, go back, and then I would have to start all over again. So don't stand in your own way. This is the current energy. Don't stand in your own way. Now, you might have a challenge. Thank you. So they're saying you might have a challenge that's out of your control. then that's when you have to really let go and really start going back to the divine's card. Get in solitude, find out what it is. Don't bring yourself down to that lower vibration. Oh, this just keeps happening. You know, I don't have a job. I don't have any money. I don't have any of this. But what you're doing is you're focusing in on that downward spiral, that negative energy, lower vibration, rather than saying, okay, I don't have a job right now and I don't have any money. How am I going to get food? How am I going to get help? So now that's an upward spiral, because then you're saying, okay, there's got to be a resource for food. Well, there is. There's a ton of places that food banks, and you could go from food bank to food bank to food bank and get food. But what about my electricity? There are county and community agencies that help with your electricity, that help with your rent, that help with your mortgage. This is the upward spiral of thinking. This is where the divine is saying, thank you. He's saying, see, this is where you stand in your own way. Because we begin to spiral, think, oh, everything keeps happening to me. Everything is going wrong. Rather than saying, stop. Say thank you for what's going on. Now, how can I think in a positive manner? How can I think in a spiritual manner? Because then if you don't know, then it's all in the details. This is the future energy, guys. This is the future energy. The details, like the video I'm going to upload, this is the number 7, which is about potential and ambition. And the thing is that we have to realize that there is more optimism than pessimism. You know, I can't speak. My daughter was saying that today. Mom, what's going on with you? You keep saying the words wrong. Gosh, hope I didn't have a mini stroke or something. And that's on a serious note, because that's one of the things. But the other thing too is this details. You cannot hear those details unless you're in solitude. These work hand in hand, guys. These work hand in hand. So if, for example, we'll go back to, you know, lost your job, no money, and you're trying to figure out how to, then you make some phone calls, you do some Googling, you call the county. All you have to do is call the county. What emergency programs do we have for food, rent, medical, whatever it is? Then you find that out. But again, this is a thought process. This is a complete thought process. All right. So if you do take notes, just know that you want to really focus in the quiet. You have to get out and really think in the quiet. And you have to, are these upside? Oh, they are upside down. Silly me. Because I was like, they're both upside down? Yeah. But we have to think in the quiet. And that's where the divine talks. Like I'm going to give you a little preempt on this video I'm going to upload. When we go to the divine and we ask questions or whatever, if we are not in a quiet place, well, why can't I sit, you know, and watch TV and talk to him? You can, but you can't hear him because you're trying to multitask. He's like, put me first. So that's why we get in a quiet place that we are able to hear or feel, because this is when your intuition begins to grow. People want to learn how to grow their intuition. This is how you grow it. You have to be in a quiet place. You have to be calm, not think about the day, clear your mind. And the thing is, then you can hear. Or then that little voice will come in, or that intuition will pop up, or, oh, I had a thought. We call them downloads. We had a thought. We had something that came in. So this is the thing, paying attention to that. All right. All right. So like I said, I am going to do a couple different spreads here real quick. Wow, we're already in 13 minutes. But you know what? As I tell everybody, tarot is part of what I do because I'm intuitive. And I don't need cards to do it, because if we were to do a coaching session with you, I can actually physically get the energies from there. But they help me to understand where somebody out there is and how the divine wants me to help you through that. All right. Too many, please. Yeah, again, that's what he's talking about. Definitely what he's talking about. So somebody out there, we have actually Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands in here. Somebody wants to keep going backwards, though. This is not going to work, you guys. You cannot keep going backwards. You cannot go backwards. The time is to keep going forwards. Somebody's really focused in on the past. And somebody's also focused in on a past relationship and thinks that it's going to come and rekindle. The truth, no. The truth is no. I'm really sorry. Because the thing is, when we are in the past and something ends, it ends for a reason. Now, if divine separated it, boom, it's done. Because if you didn't learn the lesson, he's not going to send you back to that same person. He's going to send another person to you with that same type of problem. That's why people say, why do I keep picking the bad people, bad guys, bad girls? Why do I keep doing that? And that's where that is because he's not going to do it with that same person. He's going to do it with another person. And you'll go through that same cycle and pattern over and over and over and over again. You know why? Because the current energy here today for this week is you're in your own way. You're not releasing whatever is going on in your head to keep moving forward. All right? Oops. So this is something that is definitely needs to be worked on this week. And that's why I would say that I don't see any love here. I see a lot of communication. I see a lot of intuition. I do see something ending really quick because here's the thing. Something was supposed to end and it had to do with either a thought of something of the world. Maybe you bought something. Maybe it's a job, because it could be a job because it was ended quick. Maybe somebody got fired. Maybe somebody got let go. But the thing is that it ended quick. And it had to do with career or money. All right. And career, money, or maybe something you were supposed to, you thought you should purchase and you shouldn't have. A lot of the times we want to purchase something. So if you were trying to buy something and it didn't go through, boom, said, nope, sorry, won't do it. Don't dwell on it. It's supposed to happen. It's just not the right timing. Okay. And in your heart, see, this is where you're standing in your own way. In your heart, you knew that it probably wouldn't go through anyway. All right. So this is your intuition, the Queen of Pentacles. So and the reason why it was supposed to end is look at this. This is really cool. So you have the Ten of Swords. I can't even speak today. 10 of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that means that something ended in this physical world, and it had to do with possessions. It had to do with just a materialism, and it could be business too. It could have been some type of business deal that went, nope, didn't happen. But you knew in your heart, deep, 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 deep down. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize my battery was that low. I thought I was plugged in. Oh, my gosh. Hey, hang on, you guys. Hang on. Sorry about that. And I thought, oops, it's in my boob. Oh, my gosh. Hang on. I can't stand up too good yet. But the thing is that you knew in your heart that this wasn't going to go through. So don't be too disappointed because it didn't go through, because it's either one, not the right timing, or it's a no. And again, that'll be in that video as well. So, and you have to say thankful, because it might be a protection for you. It might be saying that, no, you're not ready for this. You've got, a little bit more learning to do. For example, if it was like, say you were going to buy something big, like a house or something. If you don't have your finances in order, you don't understand how much about property taxes, all that kind of stuff, and Divine sees that you financially can't handle that, he's going to say no. He's done it to me many, many a time, because I was not responsible enough at that time with money. And now that I am, hopefully someday he will do that. However, he might have me traveling all over. I don't know what he has planned for me. So this is the thing. Don't be disappointed. Don't be ungrateful. Just say thank you for blocking whatever it is. I can't. He can't. You can't see, but he can. So you don't know. Maybe that house foundation was really horrible. Maybe the person selling it was not an honest person. So I don't know what it is. Same with cars. Same with cars. Don't be disappointed about that. But there is something in this that you definitely needed to either go to your intuition, or you knew in your intuition that this wasn't right. Here's the other thing too, about anything physical and material on this earth, we should be asking divine first. Is this something I should buy? Is this something I should do? Is this something that you want me to do? Because the thing is, if it is, he will make it happen in an instant. If it's not, and he doesn't answer really, really quick, then he's saying wait or no. So sometimes we're just not ready. But the point I'm trying to make is, this is where you need to go first. Should I buy this? Should I not buy this? And that is where he wants you to go in solitude, be quiet, get out of your own head, and stop thinking for yourself and let him help you. Because let me tell you, I'm so glad I do that anymore, because there is so much burden and stress off my heart. And I could share with you, I'll share with you when I'm done, if there's more time, about this little story that just happened yesterday. 2 things that I've been praying on, and then I have been waiting, and boom, yesterday was the answer. And I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And thank you for allowing me to be patient enough to wait, because sometimes we're not patient, and then we say, screw it, I'm going to do it myself. All right. So that's one energy here. We got another energy that keeps looking to the past as far as a relationship. And this is a past relationship. I'm going to say this, really, really, really close. It was good while it lasted, and you might be friends, but that's it. Don't go back there. Because whatever is, it's the absolute truth that maybe that's all you're supposed to be as friends, or nothing at all. Because sometimes, even if we are friends with whomever, it can hold us back to our real person that we're supposed to be with. So sometimes those energies are there. They're holding us up. They're keeping us distracted, so that we cannot just focus on what we need to do right now, and that we need to let it go so that we can actually be given the person that we're supposed to be given. So for somebody, they're focusing in on their past way too much. Yes, maybe somebody was sad about it, but you know what? Time heals. But also too, time will heal even more if you allow yourself to learn the lesson and move on. Now, what are the details? This is the details of the future. This is going to be for a couple of months, guys. Taurus, this is going to be for a couple of months. So really pay attention to the details of everything that you do in the next couple of months. Those T's that are crossed, those I's that are dotted, whatever those are, please pay attention to them. And this is where your intuition is going to come in. Because as soon as you start paying attention to the details, you're going to say, something doesn't sound right. Something doesn't feel right. I'm going to hold off on that. And before you know it, the truth, the absolute truth will come out. And that might be in something that you're wanting to do or not do. So if you're thinking about a past relationship or a friendship or whatever, I'm going to say this is more of a relationship that you actually are thinking about, and maybe this is coming forward again, like you're meeting up again, and you're like, well, maybe we should give it a try again. Maybe you really need to go to divine and say, is this? And ask him, if this is not of you, take it away. I've done that, and immediately he took that person away. Because us humans, us flesh, want what we want, and then we give ourselves the illusion and fantasy, oh, this is meant to be, this is what's supposed to happen, when it's only something that we physically want, not what divine has brought for us. Because what divine brings for us is huge, and it is for our benefit, our blessings, our abundance, our joy, everything. So if it's not, it's just going to create a problem. Okay, here's another thing. Thank you. Now, this is for this past relationship, but you're going to be able to relate this to a current relationship or a future relationship. or if you're in a marriage, maybe if this is the right marriage, if you're having troubles, because if the divine is giving somebody to you, it's clear. It's sort of like easy, it's comforting, it's transition is easy, it's not hard. If you have confusion, or you have to question, or it doesn't feel confusion here, let me give you an idea. So confusion meaning if somebody says that, I'll give you a hypothetical that actually happened to me. Started seeing somebody. Oh, well, do you have any children? No children. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, so how long were you married? Oh, so whatever. And then also, oh, so are you single now? Are you with somebody? Well, yeah, I'm single. Okay. Then as we talk more and more, as I tell you, the absolute truth will come out because there is confusion, there's disillusion, there's distractions, there is also, what do you call that? Not defiance, excuse me. It's like a betrayal kind of a thing. Because the thing is, when we started talking more, he came out and he goes, well, because I told him about my daughter. And he's like, well, honestly, I have 3 children. And I'm like, so why did you lie? So if there is a lie from the beginning, boom, it is not of divine. If they have to be faking it to bring it in, that's manipulation. It is not going to happen. So if they're manipulating in any way for something to happen, you need to kick them to the curb. Because the point is, the divine brings love. The divine brings absolute truth. If it is not of absolute truth, then it is time to go away, because that is manipulation. That is, what do you call that? Well, if you lie, if they're lying, or if they're not being honest, and if you have to question things, or 2 and 2 is not adding up, that's not the person for you. Definitely not the person for you. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups. Wow, 2 queens together. Massive feminine energy. The Ace of Swords and the 8 of Wands. Massive female energy. This energy is about your desires and your wants. And this is more of your desires and your wants here on earth. What you want to do with this tangible world. Okay. So again, you're going to want to go into the divine. Now, the feminine energy is about nurturing and love and compassion. It is all the second dimension energies. Those are love, compassion, empathy, caring. We have major intuition more than men do. Paying attention to your intuition. What is it about on this earth that you really want? How many people have really sat down seriously and went internally and asked, what do I really want? Because we don't really sit down and say that, because then we really have to think about what we really, really want. Because if it's something that you really, really, really want and desire, you will go after it with a vengeance and not stop to get it. And that what happens is, for the people that don't do that, it becomes a pipe dream. So we have dreams and visions, and the divine can give us those, or we can do them through our head and be an earthly vision. So if you want a divine vision, what is it that your heart is desiring deep, deep down that you want to do? Because that's where the absolute truth is. The Ace of Swords, absolute truth. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands fighting absolute truth, because you know what? Maybe you don't know what you want. Time to ask yourself, sit down. What is it in life at this point in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s? Because it changes all the time. Maybe in your 20s you wanted children and a family. But in my 50s, I said, you know what do I want? I want my business to keep going. I want my daughter to succeed in school. Your things change. They do change. So that is something that you really, really need to look at. All right. So then we're going to go on to wealth. Okay. On wealth, we have strength. Now, wealth to other people may be different. Wealth may be money. Wealth may be your health. Wealth may be having a family. Wealth may be having a child if you haven't been able to have a child. Wealth is different to everybody. So what is your wealth for you today? Because what you do is you need to be, your strength to actually get through this mountain. All right. Stop sabotaging yourself and get there. That is your wealth. What is that wealth to you? You have to have strength. You have to have backbone, but you also have to trust in the divine, have faith in the divine. That's humongous strength and courage to say, you know what? I'm going to put myself aside. I'm going to put the brakes on, and I'm going to go and I'm going to get wealth through that. All right. So, and again, when you have that want, that fire burning inside you, you are going to forge through and nothing is going to stop you. That's the planets right now too, guys. Go back and watch the full moon reading, but that is the planets right now. That is something that is really moving forward. Forge through, persevere, have resilience, and get to your goal, get to your final state. That takes strength and courage, but I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can do it. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Again, this is for your health. Okay. Something is ending. Something is going away. Something is new, being rebirthed, and everything is coming out fine. Everything is coming out good. Now, this is not for everybody, because if somebody is sick, then there is maybe a breakthrough in that. Maybe there is something finishing in that. It's like all of a sudden, the cancer is gone. All of a sudden, the thing is benign. All of a sudden, your cold is gone. All of a sudden, if, somebody, God forbid, is on COVID, they can breathe again and it's new. So this is a breakthrough. This is something ending, like a death and a rebirth, a death and a rebirth. Okay, this is for your health. And then we have for love, Nine of Swords. You're thinking about it way too much. Way too much. Get out of your head, guys. Get out of your head. Stop thinking about it. Release it. Because when you least expect it, then you will get it. And that's when the divine works. Because then you have faith in him that he's going to bring it to you, not you do it to him. All right? So this is really, really important as far as that. So make sure that you release dating. Just don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't get on these dating sites. Don't worry about it. Oh, but my clock is ticking. That's when you're focused in too much on the problem or the solution that you're missing it. Maybe you just met him and you wouldn't even know it because you were so focused on, I just got to find him. I just want to date him. I just want to find her. I just want to, I'm so lonely. If you're lonely, then you're in the world. You're not in divine, because you're never alone, especially with your ancestors around. I know, because I've heard from them. It's like, would you guys go, please? So that is really, really important. Take that off your head. Take that off for a while, and then go ahead and just release it. Say, you know what, Divine, just like I did. Divine, I'm going to let you pick him for me because I haven't been so good at it. So I'm going to let you pick him. I'm letting you do that. And if he doesn't come forward, he doesn't come forward. If he doesn't come forward, it might not be the right time. Or he might be saying, no, I got better things for you to do. Most of the time, it's just the wrong time, because he's working on the other person. He's working on me. And when we're both ready, then he will introduce us. But you got to get out of your head. Can you do that? Can you do that? Because you know what? You're being your own worst enemy. You're standing in your own way, just like he gave me the download today. All right. So I hope this was a good reading for you. If it resonated, if not, please, somebody came to mind, maybe share that with them, because maybe this is their message for them. It doesn't have to be a Taurus. Sometimes it's just the way that the divine works through you. Who knows? So don't forget to like, and then please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, especially if you want to watch the new moon reading and a new upload that I'll be doing on how to actually start speaking and building a relationship with divine, so that you can listen to your intuition and hear what he has to give you. And also, when you ask for something, how to do that. All right. I hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you soon.